Today I'm going to show you how I make my own homemade laundry detergent. These are simple ingredients I get from Marshall's and Menards. That's it pretty much, and let's go. So everything is just about mixing into equal measurements. I use about 2/5 of it being the soap or bar soap, and then the rest of it is just equal parts of the powdered ingredients. And you can see it's getting pretty dusty, so I realized, okay, let me put on some security. This is a mask. It's for sanding and things like that, but it's also good for this, making sure that I don't breathe in all that stuff because, boy, it gets really, really powdery, really dusty, and just showing you how I put it on. So it's as simple as that. When it comes to the soap, you can get any flavor you want. I love to get the Castile soap by Dr. Bronner's. They have a lot of different scents. I just like the lavender one or mint one. I change it up between those two. And I just make sure that I chop it up afterwards. So this is going to get chopped up pretty finely, mainly because my blender can only take so much of a beating from this really hard soap. And I'm starting off with these large chunks, and it's going to get more divided eventually. Like I said, it's actually, I did not realize how hard it was to cut soap. But anyway, it's just for the process. That's probably the hardest part of this, just cutting through it all, because once again, I have an expensive blender and I prioritize it so much, so I don't want to risk having to wear it out too early. So also what I'm doing is I'm only blending it in a few cups at a time. So in order to make sure that it blends into a fine powder and the soap doesn't just get chunky, I'm making sure I blend the powdered ingredients with it. Like I said, it's, if you take about three parts, 3/5 of it being the powdered ingredients, 2/5 being the soap, just follow that. So it's about like 1/5 baking soda, 1/5 borax, 1/5 super washing soda, and then 2 bars of soap, or 1 bar of soap, and then 1 cup of what's it called? Liquid soap. That's what. And look how fine powdered it is. It just turned out so nicely. So I'm just adding more and more and more because I'm going back and forth refining it as small as I can. And you can see how simple the ingredients are. It's like things that are simple ingredient based. These days, I feel like so many things are just giving us so many problems, and I guess I'm a little paranoid, I admit, but I just want to try sticking to keeping things really simple. I really want to keep as simplified as I can for my own homemade ingredients and homemade recipes. All these days, we're finding out so many things are just so bad, but if I can do this for me and it works for me, I don't mind doing it. So this is what I do, and it's satisfying. Look how fun it is just to play in the powder. I mean, I don't know, I just feel like a kid sometimes when I'm messing around with this, but then it actually works. I mean, just think about the times when you were a kid and you were playing with stuff and, you know, mixing stuff. That's what it is. Oh, I'm opening this box because I have to use every little thing inside a box. Nothing goes to waste here. So pour, making things all come out nicely. Honestly, most of this video is just me playing around with the powder. I mean, you get that whole idea already of how to make it. Just blend parts at a time, not the whole thing, because you don't want to wear out your blender. And then just mix. So this is just me indulging in some satisfying part of the process. I'll let you go ahead and watch and be satisfied. Yeah, that was a bit long, but it was satisfying though, right? So now for the fun part, let's just go ahead and throw this liquid into it. Don't be scared. It's not going to make it clumpy or anything. It's going to stay very powdery still. So we're gonna add a lot because we're trying to add about the same amount of a bar of soap. And I don't know what that looks like. So I'm gonna guess it's about a cup or so. And if not, I'm just gonna fill it to the brim because, you know, that's our base. That's how we're gonna get our scrubs out. So keep pouring and just stop until I feel like it's about a bar of soap or a cup. Use your eyes, use a measuring cup, whatever helps, and go for it. And there's no shame in using a fork to do this, right? I mean, it's just soap, so you can just wash it off. It's okay. I'm just using this to stir. I tried using a whisk and it was not working. I gave myself the challenge of just trying to see if I could do this all in this tiny little red tub. But yeah, I told myself I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to get a, like, what's it called, mixing bowl. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to tough it out and try to mix it together in this. So I did it not false. I totally caved in and I gave it a shot in this mixing bowl, only because I told myself at first I did not want to have to have another dish to wash. And I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. So here I am. I apologize also. I'm just kind of blabbering on. I really don't know how to explain more than this. I'm just showing you how to make it work. It's just really simple. You just blend the ingredients and then put it into a tub or a bowl or container of some sort. But you're just seeing the behind the scenes of it. It took me longer than usual because I, as usual, don't follow my formula for this. And I just kind of winged it. But it still works. I use it for my laundry. It works. I also have a small amount and I keep in my bathroom. And I wash my clothes by hand as well. I wash my delicates, however you want to say them, your delicates. I wash them by hand every day, so I never have to do a whole load of laundry that often. And I have so much left over, actually. This is the extra jar that I keep them in. I have about 2 jars of these that was extra. And I keep one of them, I keep both of them in my bathroom. And one of them is just a spare until, let's say, this big tub runs out. And then this other one is in my bathroom for me to use daily. So cute. Once again, just a little fun time with the powder. A little too much fun here. Looking like I belong in a certain TV show, Breaking Bad or something. I've never actually seen it. My husband tried to make me watch it. And it was good. I got through a few shows or a few episodes, but I didn't finish the whole thing. But yeah, it's a pretty good show. And also you can see how easy it is to clean. I mean, it's just soap, right? So just put some water and then we're done. And now we have some detergent and you can go ahead and clean your dirty clothes and feel like a brand new person. Wash away all your sins with it. So I have done this video and I thought about like showing you how I wash my clothes with this, but I mean, I feel like you just pour powder and I use about like a tablespoon for my larger clothes and then like a teaspoon for my delicates. And that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching.
Sublime. When the pump makes you think you love to find, then you realize what's wrong with paradise. To get paid, you need to earn.